Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Pi Records, and I'm here with Joris from Shamehill. Stories from Shamehill. How are you?
I'm fine. Good afternoon. Thank you. I think it's afternoon at your place.
Yes,
Or
it's about 12:08. Yep.
all right. Here in Amsterdam, it's about 1800, so 6 p.m. I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, 6 p.m. So,
Yep.
so the day almost finished. The sun is going down in Amsterdam. So
Awesome. Also because you're in Amsterdam, and a lot of good music scene, a lot of good music bands in Amsterdam, and surf music. But Stories from Shamehill, one of the things exciting about you guys is you have a new album out.
yes, we have. We're very excited about it as well. So.
And the what's the album called, and where did you get that great artwork done?
The album is called Return of the Space Mariachis, and the artwork, the illustration, our bass player Marco, he's a tattoo artist, and he drew the illustration, and I'm a graphic designer, so I did all the graphic work. So it was like the rest of the album, a co-production. So we're really like a do-it-yourself band, and this one is one of the great results of working together, not only as musicians but also as creative persons.
It's very it looks very professional, and being that you guys are in that sort of field, that helps get such a crisp tone to the album artwork. It reminds me of the From Dusk Till Dawn, Quentin Tarantino, Death Proof kind of artwork.
You got it right. That is where we got our inspiration from. Exactly like the typography, the lettering is my work.
Machete.
I really looked at, absolutely. So we looked at that, and a little bit of Star Wars,
Yeah.
We're all from the 70s, so we needed some Star Wars. That's also the album title, Return of the Space Mariachis, instead of Return of the Jedi. So it's got a lot of wings to all the cool stuff from our past and probably future.
So tell me the story, because you have what's interesting is you have a concept behind the album, but it's an instrumental album, but the song titles and the mood of the music kind of tells a story behind your recordings. Do you want to tell me about that?
Yes. Now I'm going to start a little bit before that. In 2019, our bass player Marit, she quit, and we got a new bass player, Marco. And that was just before the Corona stuff happening. So we did a couple of gigs with our new bass player, and everything went well. But then the Corona hit everybody, and us as a band as well. And instead of doing a lot of gigs and rehearsing every week, the band was a bit down. And the biggest problem was we had a new bass player and we needed new material because, you got a new lineup in the band, so you want to play new songs. So after, I think, half a year or something into the lockdown in Holland, we found a place in the north part of the Netherlands, and that's kind of like a studio with a kitchen, a bathroom, and some bedrooms. And you can rent that place, and you can do your stuff in the middle of nowhere. So we went there, the three of us, and we wrote down, I think, more than the half of the album. And we were very excited about it. We recorded with a small setup, with an iPad and stuff. And we were very happy with it because, and that's the start of it, we needed new material. So we needed a way to find the new material, and also to to find a way to play with the new bass player, and for him to find a way to play with us, because Arnold and I, the drummer, we were playing for a couple of years. He was a new guy, so it was different for him. And we had a great weekend. We wrote some stuff, and there was like a journey in the songs, because we wanted to find out what suited the three of us. Um, at that moment, we thought the pandemic is going to last maybe a couple of months more, and after that, we can play the new songs. Now, we all know it doesn't went like that in the world. So correct me if I'm wrong, I thought it was last September, we went back to that place and we finished the album. We wrote a couple of songs to the first session we did there, and we had 10 songs. And now the story comes. And the 10 songs, the story behind that is that we find it out that we wanted to do something more than just instrumental surf, like the boundaries of instrumental surf. The boundaries we made for ourselves. So we needed something else. And the story was what you're going to do at the end of the summer, especially in Holland, because it's not like California, but in Holland, when the summer ends, we got terrible weather for a couple of months. And after that, spring started. So we say, after the summer, we leave the beaches and we go into the desert, and we go there into a trip on peyote, get out of our minds, explore the world of instrumental music. We come back to earth with a new album, and we stretch the boundaries of our own limitations in the surf music. And yeah, that's the story behind Return of the Space Mariachis.
That's awesome. So you have been around since 2019. Have you always had this thing in mind, this concept for the album? Like
Yeah,
meaning like, you know, you wanted to do a concept album and kind of tell a story.
yeah, we started in 2012 with another lineup. Then we did nothing for a year, and then we started Stories From Shamehill, our former setup, with Marit on bass. And now in 2019, we're now with Arend on drums, Mark on bass, and me, Joris, on guitar. The concept album, I always had a interest in mariachi sound, and not like the mariachi sound, but more like what we in Holland think is a mariachi sound. It's like a desert sound. When you go to Mexico, I've never been to Mexico, I want to go to Mexico, but that's the thing you made up in your mind, how it sounds when it's Mexican. And probably in Mexico, nobody sounds like that. But it's something we in Europe made up in our heads, like, oh, when we're in the desert and we were in a band, we're going to sound like this. And our new bass player, Marco, he came from psychobilly and also from stoner bands. They have that kind of desert connection, of course, like the desert sessions. So it really, it suit us, and especially the lack of limitations. Like, we're just going to make some nice tunes that suit us, that fits us, that we're having fun playing it. The biggest compliments we got on the new record was that you can hear the fun playing surf music, and I think that's an excellent compliment.
Yeah, it's really exciting to hear the music and kind of follow along with the titles and follow your journey. And like I said, the artwork's beautiful. When you guys what are your plans right now? Do you have plans to go out and play?
we have a couple of plans. We want to go out and play, and in here in the Netherlands, the lockdown just this weekend is the first weekend. There are no limitations for live concerts anymore. So from today on, we can play normal gigs. Some limitations above 500 people, so you have to test before you can get into the venue, but we can play gigs. So we're gonna play gigs. One of the big things we want to do is a release party, and you listen to the record. So, you know, we have some horn sections on it and some other crazy stuff going on. So we want to do a release party with a horn section and an extra guitar player and probably some percussionists. So we're now working on that release party, and that's going to be a lot of fun. The other very exciting thing is that our bass player, the guy from the excellent artwork, he's working on a video clip right now, and that's going to be really, really awesome. So that's the next big thing is going to happen. So stay connected, and I think it's going to be ready around May or something, because it's a lot of work.
Shoot it already?
He is working on it. It's going to be a little. I can only tell a little thing about it. It's about a journey in space.
Oh, awesome!
It's going to be awesome, really.
Yeah,
we want to play a lot, and yeah, we want to have fun again. We had a lot of fun recording and writing this record, and now we want to have a lot of fun playing the songs out live.
absolutely. So I can't wait to see the video. You guys will have that on your YouTube channel?
Yes.
And
yeah, I think May, probably in May.
In May.
Yeah, March, April, yeah, 2 months from now, I think.
Okay.
It's a lot of work. It's
yeah,
going to be awesome.
A lot of editing.
Yeah.
So if people want to check that video out in May, there's a link at the bottom of our channel that links to your channel, and people will be able to check it out. And now I'm really excited because I didn't know you guys were doing a video.
Yeah, and it's really like you got the scoop. It's so it's out now in the world.
Awesome.
Now we can't go back anymore.
Right. So I want to talk a little bit about your great guitar collection there. You have a Seafoam green Strat,
Yes.
a Jaguar. What are some of the other ones back there? The blue one.
The blue one, it's a French guitar. It's called the Custom 77, and it's got the 3 pickups like a Stratocaster, but it's got the Jazzmaster tremolo, and I've really only got it since a couple of days.
Oh,
but
wow.
It's an amazing guitar. Yeah, I'm when I sell a guitar, I buy another one back. You know how that works.
Yeah.
I don't want to I always say I don't need another guitar. Then I sell one and I think, wow, there's some space left, so I can have another guitar now.
Oh, that space on the wall looks empty. I got to put something in there.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your rig. Which guitar did you play on the album, and what amp did you use? Did you use a reverb tank?
Yeah, and on the album I used mostly the Jaguar, and I played a couple of songs with the Dan Electro with the lipstick pickups. And for the amp, and that's a thing. I know everybody loves showmans and bandmasters, and I recorded the album with a Champ.
Ah.
So a really small Fender Champ from a silver face Champ, and the biggest fun about that was that I can turn it to 8 or something.
Yeah.
So it's get the overdrive from the amp because he's pushed.
Yeah, yeah. And I couldn't tell that you would have used a Champ because it's a really full sound in your guitar.
Yeah, and it's only an 8-inch speaker. I used the Surfy Industries tank, or maybe a Fender thing, one of the two. I don't know. I don't know which one. I used them both. One song the one, and the other song the other thing.
Yeah.
For the overdubs, I use some effects. I use in one song a phase shifter or something. I use the fuzz on a couple of songs. I think that's it. The rest is just pushing guitars through small amps.
Awesome. And the fuzz sounds like it might come as an influence from your bass player who played in the Stoner bands and stuff like that. Is that accurate?
Yes, it's true. He used a fuzz and some overdrives on his bass as well. And before him, we had really like a clean bass sound. And now, yeah, he came up with a rig for his bass with effects. And I played the last year only just with a guitar, reverb tank, and an amplifier. Plugged my guitar in and playing some surf. And yeah, he brought the fun back to use some effects, to put an overdrive in it or a fuzz, just to give it some more, a fun, I think. Just a little bit of fun.
Awesome. Did you guys you put this album out yourself, totally DIY?
Yes. Yeah.
And
we're talking with Mike from Green Cookie. So maybe we're gonna do something, but we're just still talking about that. But we're do it ourselves band, and we like it that way, that we can decide what we want.
yeah. And then
we're all just kids who started playing in bands when we were 16 and never been on labels. Just that, kind of punk rock attitude,
Yeah, I see that as a common thread amongst surf bands, that there's that punk rock DIY ethos, which is really refreshing when it comes to music, because you can finish your album on your terms and present it, if you wish, to a label, the finished product, without outside influence.
Yes, exactly. Just do the thing you like, and it's we all know that playing in bands is the most fun you can have with your clothes on. It's you start when you're a kid, and you grab a guitar or a bass, or you start sitting behind a drum kit and making some noise and music with your friends. And in our cases, my first band was with Arnold, our drummer, as well. So I'm playing music with him for 30 years. So,
oh wow,
and that's cool,
Yeah, you guys can probably read each other very well.
Yeah. and we did a lot of stuff in between. We started in a grunge band when we were 16, and but we did all stuff in between that. And Shamehill started. I started out jamming with another drummer, but it didn't work out. Then I asked Arnold, and it worked out because we played a lot together in the past. So yeah. And he is a punk rock guy. He always played in a punk rock band, the Outcasted Teens from Amsterdam, very good punk rock band. So yeah, he liked the surf stuff. He said, this is kind of punk rock, only without vocals. So
yeah, it really is. Where can people find the album if they want to get it? Is it on Bandcamp? Is it on the streaming platforms? Where can people hear the music?
The album is on all the big streaming platforms, so Spotify, Deezer, Apple Music, now you name them all. And we put it in Bandcamp as well. And we made a small batch of CDs just to start with. And you can order the CD from Bandcamp as well. And
awesome.
That is another cover than the artwork you were talking about.
Okay.
We made just a different cover for the CD because we think the artwork, the illustration, is always going to be as cool as it's big on vinyl, not on a
Yeah.
small CD. So we made a different cover for the CD,
Do you
and
have
on vinyl we're going to do the big.
do you have a copy of the CD with you?
Yeah, probably there's someone lying here around my desk. Or else, yeah, I don't know, or else I can get one. I've got the CD here. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
We made a disc. One side is like a tortilla, and the other side is our work.
Awesome.
So that is like some hint to the Mexican stuff.
Yeah.
I can get the CD. Just get my ears out.
Okay. I'm changing my lighting as you're getting ready.
Oh, you can edit it afterwards, of course.
Yeah. Oh, it's awesome.
It's got the link to the Morricone stuff and the good, the bad, and the ugly, and
Yeah.
just with the faces, the eyes.
Yeah. Did you see the you guys know the Me Gustas?
Yes.
Did you see that cover that kind of looks like that?
Yeah. We had a good review in a newspaper over here in Holland, and they said the band brought all the cliches you can imagine, but that's a good thing. So the same with the cover, it's like a cliche, but it's a good thing, you know. It's what you expect from it.
Yeah, if it looks good, there are no complaints, right?
No. And on the backside, we wrote the story down that we leave the beaches and go into the desert to explore.
Oh, awesome.
All crazy stuff in the universe of instrumental surf music.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. You guys got a great story, and I really appreciate you talking to me. The one thing I want to do is ask if how close is that to becoming a vinyl?
We're gonna release it on vinyl. The only thing is when, and that's got to do with the DIY stuff because we got to fund it ourselves.
Yep.
And the other thing is that there is it's going to take a long time if you order vinyl now before it's in your hands.
Yeah.
And
it's like 6 months or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And so we're looking for a way to find a way to put it on vinyl so that everybody's going to be happy about it. So it's going to be on vinyl, but we don't know when.
There's when I put my release out, I use Pirates Press, and their press is located in the Czech Republic. So that's kind of closer to you guys, in a way that, you know, when I got it, I had to ship it overseas, but maybe we get to you sooner.
No, we got there's a big press plant in the Netherlands as well, one of the biggest of Europe, but they also got 6-7 months delivery time.
That's a shame.
So, yeah, but the other thing is we're so proud of that album. We think it needs to be released on vinyl. So, and we think it doesn't matter if it's now on vinyl or in about 6-7 months.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. It's still a cool album after 6-7 months. So
yeah. And then you guys will you'll have something for your shows, and people can, you know, you and I are probably around the same age.
I'm 45, so
I'm 40, I'm 48.
oh yeah.
So we both remember the days where you went to the record stores and you would look at the artwork, and sometimes you would just base your purchase off the great artwork that you found.
I got a couple of CDs still in my closet that I only bought for the cover in that
Yeah.
time. Like you say, when you're a kid, you go to the stores and wow, this looks awesome. I want this album.
Yeah. And sometimes
But
it
also
works
the
out,
thing,
sometimes it doesn't.
yeah. But also the thing, our first band, we recorded a demo in the 90s, and I know the day we had it on little cassette tapes.
Yep.
And you had your Walkman and you put a cassette in, and it was like, and you want to let it listen to all your friends. Now you can put it on the internet, it's but
Yeah.
still you want something. That's the same thing with the CDs. We thought we needed something that you can have in your hands, like you got a CD,
Yeah.
it's important to have something, I don't know the English word for it right now, but you got something physical, like
Tangible.
something real. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I really have an appreciation for bands who do it themselves and the physical vinyl aspect of it, and CDs, because you have something to read while you're listening to the music. You have artwork that you can watch, look at during you're watching the music, listening to the music, and putting that story together. I know I love to listen to records over on my couch over there, and I just look at the artwork and admire it while I'm listening to the record. And I'm sure people that listen to music will appreciate that as well.
I think so. Yeah, I think it makes the complete package.
Yeah.
It's not only the music. It's like it's the band, it's the vibe, it's the music, it's the artwork, it's the video clips. It's like the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And that's, you got to relate to something.
Yeah. And you guys have a lot going on right now, and I think, like you said, the next step, the video is really going to be the icing on the cake, because people can watch the story evolve in the video, and I think that's a perfect accompaniment for the music.
Yeah, so we're very happy with Marco. He's an awesome bass player, but he's an awesome artist as well. So we had a session that we were sitting down and talking about the artwork, and I said to him, "You have to draw it, man. You're an illustrator. You have to draw that." So it's amazing. It's really. And then we were sitting about the video clip, and yeah, we decided, he said, well, I can make a video clip as well. You need to help me a little bit. I said, I can help you, but you're the artist. So now he's making a 3D video clip with, it's going to be really amazing.
Awesome. I'm very happy for you. Is there anything that I didn't ask or mention that you wanted to touch upon?
I don't know. What a nice thing to tell is that we in 2017 we did a small tour in California, and the big difference between Europe and America is that over here, when people ask in what kind of band you play, and you say, I play in a surf band, they're not getting what you're doing.
Yeah.
They think you're the Beach Boys or Jack Johnson, or then you say, no, do you know the opening track from Pulp Fiction? Yeah. Dig Dale, that kind of music.
Yeah.
The thing is, nowadays, not everybody knows Pulp Fiction anymore, because that's from the 90s as well. So it's going to be an old movie already. But when we were in California, people asked, what are you playing then? Yeah, we're playing surf. Everybody knows surf in California, and I don't know, probably in America as well. It's more common over there than in Holland and in Europe. And in the southern part of Europe, like Spain and Italy, it's more common than in Holland, you know. We're more of like my parents were listening, me as well, to the Shadows, you know. It's more, it's instrumental, it's not the surf. And yeah, we're really a surf band, but we stretch the boundaries a little bit on this record, you know. We're instrumental rock. I don't know, is
Yeah,
it rock? Yeah, I think it's rock, instrumental rock.
yeah, awesome.
And that's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. It you're right. I feel like it pushes the boundaries, but has a strong foundation in surf.
Yeah, I think that's a good sum up about
Yeah, yeah.
the whole sound.
Well, thank you, Joris, for being on the show, and I look forward to playing your music on Purity Radio because I think it'll fit right in. And I really enjoyed your story, especially the story about the album, the concept. And I just want to thank you for lending me your time during your day.
I want to thank you for inviting me and give us a platform to talk about the band. And thanks in advance for spinning our record.
Yeah.
And we keep in touch, and I'll let you know when the video clip is ready.
Oh, that would be awesome. I'll share it around.
Thanks again.
All right, Joris. Thank you so much.
Thanks again. We keep in touch.
Yeah,
Keep
definitely.
up the good work.
Thank you, sir.